Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Judy with Judy P's in my Mind's Eye Mixed Media, and I am going to be messing around with my fabric scraps today and showing you how to make a fabric bowl out of your fabric scraps. And I've got quite a bit here, a nice collection. I've got some newer pieces, and I've got a whole bunch that my friend Dawn from the Book Vandal Shop had given me when she came to visit. She actually had mentioned seeing them make a fabric bowl on YouTube. I'm not for sure exactly which video she had seen, but she thought it'd be something that I might be interested in, and I thought that would be really cool, so I thought, why not? So she gave me all these scraps because I actually did not have any fabric scraps. I actually had gotten rid of all my fabrics other than my ribbon when I purged my craft room not too long ago, because I wasn't really doing a whole lot with fabric, and then I kind of really regret doing that. So I thank you, Dawn, for all the lovely scraps. And so anyway, I did start making a bowl. I'll show you here. And I still, I'm done with it. It's dry and everything. I just need to actually take it off of here, which I will do at the end of this video. I'm just going to show you basically the technique of what you need to do to make your bowl, and then we'll take this off. So it'll be a little bit quicker than actually doing the whole bowl and letting it dry and then coming back and so on and so forth. So I've done one prior to, and I hope it comes out really good. So we'll see together. What you need is fabric scraps, like I just showed you, and you need a bowl of some sort. Mine was a plastic bowl that I got from, the other one is a plastic bowl from the Dollar Tree. This is just a little plastic container that I'm going to use and see how this works. Picked a little bit smaller one so it won't take near as long to do it. And of course some scissors. You'll need one of these little sponge applicator brushes, which is handy to have. You may need something to cut your fabric scraps up with. A little roller cutter. This is what I got. I got it at the Dollar Tree as well. You just push that up and the safety goes on, and then push it down to have the safety go off. So, which I can't get it to come back. Oh, there we go. But anyway, that was only $1.25. So, and I actually did not have one of these. Of all the tools and crafty stuff, I didn't have one. I was like really surprised. You'll need a couple of paper plates, one for to set your bowl on, and then one if you want to dump Mod Podge on it. I've got a little cutting mat if I need to cut some scraps up. You'll need some Glad Cling and Seal, or any kind of Cling and Seal clear food wrap. And then of course you will need some Mod Podge. I've got gloss. I also have matte. I actually used this one here from Craft Smart from Michael's. I had some of this left, and this is just a matte. I prefer matte Mod Podge over the gloss, but that's just a personal preference. You can do whatever you want. So I'll probably just go ahead and use this because I've already been into it. Save my Mod Podge. But you can use Collage Podge, you know, make your own decoupage stuff up, however you want to do it. You just need some of that. And that is it. So let's go ahead and get started. And what you do first is you take your bowl, and you want to take a piece of the cling wrap, and you want to wrap your bowl. So, and you want to get it good and tight too. So go ahead and peel that off and smooth it as tight as you can get it on your bowl, and up on the sides. If I can get it there. There we go. Just want to make sure you get those edges in there on the inside of the bowl, so the whole thing is covered. But But anyway, yeah, get it nice and tight. So mold it really good around that bowl. And I'm hoping I'm doing that. My other one didn't have like this little ridge here, so we'll see how that plays out in the end. And if I start doing, if these turn out fairly well, what I'll do is I might start trying to find some different kind of bowls that maybe like, you know, go out like this, or have like a little base on them, you know, and kind of see what else I can come up with doing these and make some different shapes, which I think would be kind of cool. So anyway, just pull it as tight as you can. And it's like, you know, I don't know what it is with cling wrap, but it's like either it clings when you don't want it to, or it doesn't want to cling as well as you'd like it to. But anyway, all right, so I've got that on there as much as I can, and then I'm going to pick out some scraps. So what I'm going to do is and if you don't have any fabric scraps, if you go to the Dollar Tree, they have individual packaged ones for $1.25 that are kind of cute. They had several different kinds. I actually just went ahead and got a couple just to add to my scraps that I got from Dawn, just so I could, you know, of course, add to it, because since I got rid of all my stuff, of course, why not add to it, right? But so for instance, you're going to do 3 layers on this bowl. So what you put down first, you will see on the inside of the bowl, and then the next layer you won't see at all, and then the third layer you will see. So kind of pick accordingly, pick and choose what you'd like to do and such. So what I'm going to do is I'd like to play around with these bees. So let's go ahead and I'll cut some strips real quick. Move my bowl out of the way. And these are some pretty long strips too, so we should have plenty. So I'm like, okay, very excited about these. And you can cut them whatever size you want, however size pieces, probably to kind of coincide with your bowl size. And I'd like to like maybe do some really even smaller bowls than the one I have there that I showed you, to do like little trinket holders. I think would be kind of fun. And so yeah, and this little doodad just cuts like really well. I mean, it's like, it cuts very quick. Make sure you don't cut yourself. But I was pretty impressed with this thing, how well it cut. I'm like, wow. So definitely can get some deals at the Dollar Tree. All right, so we'll cut up these little honeycomb looking fabrics. There we go. And it doesn't matter if you have like strings or anything on here either, because you can, that'll give character to your bowl as well. And these particular scraps from the Dollar Tree, they're only on one side of the fabric. At least on these it is. And so in that case, you're going to want to make sure that you watch what side you're using when you're putting them on your bowl. So, all right, get some more cut up here. Get these little bees a buzzing and going. Oops, I didn't quite cut through all that. I have had this cutting mat like forever. I got it from Creative Memories, probably back in the, gosh, I'm trying to think when I had it. I probably got it back in the 1990 something. And I have used it a ton. And I think it's gonna last forever. I've used it for like everything. All right, I'm almost done here with this one, and then we'll get started on putting some onto our bowls. Now you're gonna get messy. If you want, you can wear a pair of gloves. I'm not going to, because I always get my hands messy. I really don't care. And that's kind of the arty fun for me and therapeutic to get my hands messy. I'm like, why not, you know? All right, get this blue here. I guess I probably could have pre-cut this prior to the video, but just did not think of it. So you guys get to watch me chop, chop, chop. All right. And there we go. This is going to be really cool, and I can't wait to take my other one off either and see how that goes. It's going to be very interesting. See what other kind of ideas this might make you think of, you know, bowls and gosh knows what else you could come up with. All right, awesome. Okay, so I've got that. Got my scraps. I also have some extras that I had done earlier from my last bowl, and I think I'm going to use some of those as well. I think that would kind of be pretty in there. Maybe make it pop a little bit more, along with some others that I have. That way I can do more of an assortment. So I think I'm going to add these scraps that I had earlier to the mix. Like I said, you can pick as many as you want. And I'm going to hurry real quick and do just a few more of these, because I thought of it at the last minute. Really liked how this blue looked on the other one. All right. All right, there we go. All right, so I'll put them up to the side, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my plate, put my bowl on it. I got my scraps here on the side. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and move my scrap basket here. I'm going to put, oops, I'm going to move this down just a little bit. Move my scraps over to this. I'm trying to get organized here. I want to be able to grab them good, but grab my stuff. But being left-handed, I've got to be able to get to my glue, so I'm going to have to throw that on the left-hand side. There we go. Here. I got everything in the camera. All right, cool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take some of my decoupage sealer stuff. I'm going to pour it in this plate, just like so. And then we're going to get at it. Okay. Oops. All right. Excuse me, let me take a drink here. All right, so just remember your first layer is going to be the inside of your bowl, so you're going to be able to see it. So if your fabric is not two-sided, you're going to have to make sure that the colored piece is going to be face down, because you want to make sure that you're going to see that. So what you start doing is you start taking pieces and dipping them in your Mod Podge, and then you just start layering them on to your bowl. Like I said, this is where it starts getting messy, but that's all right. Just make sure you coat the back of it really good, and then just smooth it down on the top of your plastic wrap. You can kind of rub excess off. If you want, you can use your sponge thing. I only use that to kind of pat my stuff down a little bit at the end. or as I go along, I should say, if I need to. All right, and that's what you do. You just keep adding layers of fabric. To the plastic wrap. And this one's gonna be really cute with the bees. Just in time for summer. Just be gentle when you move them because they do slide around and you don't want them all sliding everywhere. There we go. I love doing like collaging. So it's kind of like collaging, but you're going to end up with a really cool looking bowl. I hope I got that smooth enough. I hope. Just keep adding to it. And then the more layers you get on it, the, of course, thicker your bowl will be. Oops. Smooth it out as best as you can and mold it on there. Oops. Excuse me. There we go. Oh, you might want to have some napkins too. You'll need water, that's for sure. Get your hands all clean. This is definitely messy, messy business. And I didn't even think about, actually, about doing that, actually. My hands are going to be pretty messy right in the middle of the whole thing. Now another thing too is when you get like to the very end of the bowl, which I'll show you what I mean. Let me take a piece here. When you get down to the bottom there, if you want, you can have it hang over the bottom a little bit. That piece wasn't long enough. I'll show you here what I mean in a minute. I have to add to it. Oops. And my cat just went by. I don't know if you heard her meow. It's a really tiny meow. I don't know what she's wanting, but so for instance, like I'll go down a little lower here, but if you have it hang off, it's fine because you may end up trimming it when you're done. So if it hangs a little bit more, it's no big deal down here at the end. In fact, it might even be helpful. So, all right. So we'll do one layer here. And it doesn't have to be even. You can go whatever direction you want, however you want your pattern to look. It's completely up to you and your creation of how you want it to be. I'm just really excited to see what my other one turned out like. And when I did my other one that we're going to take off of the other bowl here in a few minutes, I did let that dry overnight really good. I had heard let it dry for like a couple of days. I sat there and stuck mine out in the sun as well to get it to speed dry it. To speed dry it. Alright. And anyway, so you just keep building it this way. And it's very relaxing. And I just really had a lot of fun doing it. Alright. Some more. I did see a video where it looked like somebody used a balloon when making their bowl with the fabric. I just decided it would be easier for me to do it this way. I don't know if the other technique is easier or not, but it just kind of, I don't know. My luck, I'd be halfway through it and the balloon would pop, or or however you do it. I just wasn't terribly comfortable about doing the balloon method, but I do know people do it that way, because I looked it up and I was really surprised. I'm like, a balloon? How do you use a balloon? But you find a way that you like to do something, and you just kind of stick to it. And you want to make sure too that your fabric pieces are thin enough. You don't want a real thick fabric, because then it's just going to be, it's not gonna do real well. You want it to adhere easily, and the thinner the better. So just make sure that those are the kind of scraps you pick out. Alright, get some more bees in here. You need some more bees on here. Some more bees on here. Okay, almost done covering it the first time. Getting close. Let's see here. Oops, let's do another brown one here. Nothing like making a mess. Got so much glue on here, it shouldn't go anywhere. Hopefully stay on very well. I hope. Let's see, what other color do I need down there? Some brown. I'll probably end up making quite a few of these. I have a couple of friends that I think would really enjoy them, so I'll probably make a few for some gifts. If they turn out well enough, I might make some for my shop. Just something different. Something different that I hadn't tried before, and I thought, why not? Okay, I think I've got it all covered. Oh, no, I don't. Oh my goodness, look at that whole side. That is why I chose a smaller bowl, because I thought, oh my God, I'd be here forever doing this, and you guys would be like, oh my goodness. All right. Oops. Get on there. Alrighty. So I hope everybody's having a nice day or evening wherever you may be. Maybe you're doing some crafting, maybe while you're watching. I'm hoping that this inspires someone to try this. And I think I mentioned it earlier, but if you have little like wispies of fibers and stuff kind of like hanging on, that gives this character as well. So don't worry about trimming all those off, all the strings that hang from the fabric, because there's really no reason to do that. Because the more character your bowl has, the better. And it just look neat. Okay. There we go. Looking good. Put one more over here. Like I said, I kind of wanted it hanging over the edge a little bit. Give it a little bit more support. The edge of the bowl. So I'm going to add a couple reinforcing pieces. Oops, towards the bottom here. I don't think I had enough glue on that one. I did not. Alrighty. Oops. Okay. This could actually end up being 2 layers right here by the time I get it down, because like I said, I wanted to have it hanging over the edge, and I did not do that, and I wanted to, so that's why I'm kind of doing it real quick to reinforce it, because I want that extra fabric at the end when I go to take this off. So just a little extra reinforcement, and it'll be that much better for you in the long run, I think. And almost, guys. Starting to goo up on me in spots. Kitty cat jingling in. Hey, baby. Oh, I know. What she need, huh? What you need, Sammy girl? They're always so quiet. They're almost like kids. They're so quiet until you get on a video, and then they come in and want all the attention. Don't you, huh? Want all the attention now? You're gonna have to wait for just a little bit, girlfriend. Alright. Yeah, I just got my cat a cat harness, and that came in the mail today. And needless to say, she did not like it, guys. And yeah, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare getting her to well, for one thing, she didn't like it. Then she kind of freaked out on it, and then she kind of like she slipped out of it, and then it took me forever to catch her, because then she wanted to be a little turd and not come to me. And by the time I did get her, I'm like, oh my goodness, I was so tired. I'm like, okay, well, we won't be doing this anytime soon again. So, all right. So anyway, this is my first layer on here, guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and take my brush. I'm gonna try to get some of this off my fingers without any water, because of course I have none sitting here for me. Should have been a little more prepared with that, but let me get some of this glue off my fingers, and I'll put a little Mod Podge on there. Give it a little more strength, and then I'll let that sit. and get ready to put my second layer on that here in just a little bit. And what I'll do is, once I do finish this bowl, I'll make sure that I post a picture of it so that you can see how this second one turned out that I started with you guys. Okay. All right, I think I got enough off my hands now. Okay. So what I'm going to do then, just to make sure that I had enough glue on there and stuff, is I'm just going to put some on here and I'm going to dab it. I'm not going to like really rub or anything. I'm just trying to dab it as best as I can to make sure that it stays really well, and then I had enough glue on there and kind of make sure it stays down, that I smoothed it good enough in areas, because I really don't want a bunch of bumps or anything, and I don't want it all to scoot around on me, so you have to be really gentle, and it'll dry nicely. Kind of looks like it might not, but it will. It will. I think I got quite a bit up on top when I first started, so I think I'm good there. I'm just basically worried about my sides and make sure that those hold up. So yeah. So that's how you do it. And like I said, then your next layers, you're gonna, the next layer you do, you're not gonna be able to see, more than likely, because you're gonna cover up all of this. So this is all the inside that you're gonna see on the inside of the bowl. And then the next layer, so you could use, I mean, anything that doesn't match or just something you want to use up your scraps. For the second layer, oops, see, you gotta be careful so it don't move. For your second layer, and then for your third layer, that will be where you'll see the actual outside of it. And so you want to make sure then that your fabric is for sure, if it's only, you know, printed on one side, you want to make sure that that side is up. Whereas before, the first layer, you wanted to make sure it was down so that you'll see it on the inside of the bowl. And of course too, if you have any questions, please just throw them in the comments and I'd be happy to answer for you. All right, I think I've got it how I want it, and I think it's got plenty of glue on there. And I'm going to, oops, I'm gonna let that dry. And then I'll get that second layer on there later. All right, so let's go ahead and move this out of the way. And I'll move that up here to let that get dry and see. So that's my first layer. Like I said, you'll want 3 layers. And I'll go ahead and move my scraps out of the way for now. And I'm going to bring back the one that I did, and let's see see how well I actually did. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because this is like literally stuck to this plate, I'm going to cut around it. So that I can start prying it off of the bowl. Because, and I hope that I can. I was watching someone else do it on a video, and I thought, oh my goodness, I hope I can pry mine off. It takes a little bit of effort, but you know, you just have to be careful, it looks like. So we'll see. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. You could probably make a hat this way too, couldn't you? You could make a hat instead of a bowl, right? All right. Let's see here. Goodness. This is very interesting. There we go. Let's do that. I'll cut through the top of it a little bit. See if that helps. Get this peeled off. There we go. There we go. I used a lot of glue, guys. A little glue happy. There we go. That fixed that problem. Now let's see if I can get it out of the bowl without killing it. Oops. Hopefully I'm not wobbling the camera. If I am, I apologize. All right. Yeah, it's pretty thick. This is pretty cool. See, this is my overhang on the plate. So it made my, there's the edge of the bowl. So I'll have some trimming I can do. All right. Now I just got to get it off of the bowl. So I'm kind of trying to bend it away from it just a little bit. Be real gentle. Here you can see my plastic wrap. And you can see your bowl is no worse for wear, so you don't have to worry about your bowl getting ruined. But like I said, I bought one from the dollar store just for this specific purpose. All right. Yeah, a little bit more. Come on. Kind of push it with your hands a little bit. I wish the plastic wrap would pull away easier. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. This is like nerve-wracking, guys. Come on. Come on. I hate to do all this all this at the very end of the video, have it all not work. That would really stink. I had it on there very, very tight, so it wasn't going nowhere. I made sure of it. But I can feel it loosening up, so just trying to be really careful with it. This might be the hardest part of the whole thing, guys. It's getting it out of there. Okay. I feel it's gonna come out real soon. I know. I hear it. Wow. You guys, this is craziness. I also seen somebody use foil too, as well. So you can use foil besides the plastic wrap if you want. Wow, guys, this is like not easy. Let me see if I do it this way. Put it upside down a little bit. Get my fingers up in there. There could be something as to be said for maybe molding it too tight. I mean, I literally did not glue it to the bowl, so so that should not be an issue. Keep going. I'm not giving up, guys. Not giving up. I'm gonna get it off of there. I'm gonna get it off of there. Don't wanna. Okay. There we go. It's moving more. I just gotta have some strength. I might have to call my kid in here and have him get it out for me. He's the one that's got the muscles, not me. Could be too, but I didn't pick a great bowl to use. me see if I can hold on to the edges. See, that might be another thing too. If you do it, make sure you have this edge on it so that you have something to grip onto, because if I wouldn't have done that, I think it would have been in a world of hurt. Oh, see, I hear it now. See, it's starting to come up. Oh, thank you. You guys, I'm like, this is just horrible. I mean, I'm like struggling, and you guys are probably thinking, oh, good Lord. There we go. It's starting to come away now. Thank goodness. Oh, yay. See, my bowl, not worse for wear. Wow. Whew, I'm tired after that. Look at that, though. Oh, this is pretty cool. So I'm pulling all this off. Now it looks like I did an awful lot of glue down here. I don't know that I'm happy with that. Let me see here. If there's still some plastic wrap stuck to it, I think. I think this is still, is that some plastic wrap stuck to it still? I think I got some plastic wrap. I think there's plastic wrap stuck to it still. I'll have to trim it. But that's the inside of it. Very cool, isn't it? All nice and shiny, and that's all fabric. So that's what I meant when you, just so you can see the inside. Now what I'm going to do is you want to trim the rest of this off. So what I'm going to do is, I thought, why not try some decorative scissors? So I'm going to try these first and see if it cuts. If it doesn't, then I'll go to my other scissors. But I'm going to see if I can give it a little bit of a design. Let's see here. These might not be strong enough. Nope. So I guess what I'd have to do is, if I wanted to do like a nice, cool edge on it or something, I'd have to have like some really heavy-duty shears. So that's not going to work. But anyway, so I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to trim around the top of the bowl, get the rest of this off. And I'm very happy with this bowl. I think it looks really cool. Oops. Let's get that off of there. Oops. If I cut it good, I hope I don't cut it wrong. I just want to get the rest of that plate off of it. I just have to do some extra peeling too, and I kind of want to get it even. There we go. Okay. And I don't know what I'm going to use this for, but I think it's pretty doggone cool. There we go. Much better. Much better. All right, get the rest of this stuff off of it. Oops. I have some really sharp scissors. It's because it's thick once it gets those extra coats on here, because it's not flimsy at all. It's got a lot of substance to it, so just trying not to chop it up. Because I can't guarantee I'm the best at cutting this straight as I want to, but we're gonna find out, aren't we? There we go. I'm very happy with that. All right. So I probably could shape it up a little bit more on a couple of pieces, parts of it, but for the most part, I think I got it pretty even. Very cool. What do you guys think? I think it turned out really nice. And I'm probably going to put some kind of a sealer over it, maybe. I'm not for sure. I got to think about that. But yeah. I'm so happy with it. My first try. I can't say too shabby. Alright guys, well, I'm going to get off of here. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. And I hope you give it a try. Let me know if you do. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. If you do try it, you know, let me know. Let me know how it turned out. Alright guys, well thank you so much. If you are new, please like, subscribe. I would appreciate it. And I will post a picture of this on my community page along with the other one that I am working on here at a later date whenever I get it finished. Alright, so alright guys, thanks. See you later. Bye.